I do believe in the future of Africa. I do believe in the future of your country, William. And I am leader of a country who wants to be part of that, who wants to invest here, who is very proud of our own past and future. But this partnership, this balanced, generous, lucid, and equal partnership is precisely how we will frame and build our common future.
So this is Emmanuel Macron, the French president, while speaking in Kenya. He's currently on a tour in East Africa, both in Kenya, both in Egypt, and both in Ethiopia. France wants to redefine their influence here in Africa. France wants equal partnership with many African countries, starting from East Africa, then he will move to West Africa. Do you know one thing I hate about democracy and religion? You see, these two things preaches about forgiveness without proper consequences, without implications. If I tell you what France did here in Africa, now tell me, how can you be friends with those people that enslaved you for 400 and something years? Only France alone enslaved Algeria for 132 years. Now let me shock you. Do you know that France once tested nuclear weapons in Algeria? Let me shock you guys. France tested 17 nuclear warheads in Algeria. When you read history will tell you that United States was the only country that have ever tested nuclear weapons against another country, against Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, using 2 bombs, I think. But in Algeria, France used 17 nuclear warheads. Nuclear bombs 4 times stronger than the nuclear bombs United States used in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Go and read your history. France tested the nuclear weapons in Algeria that unalived more than 45 to 60,000 people at once. They tested this nuclear weapon in 1960 and also in 1966, even before Algeria got their independence. Now let me shock you. Just relax. France once tested nuclear weapons in Algeria. Nuclear weapons 4 times stronger than the one United States dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The explosions from these bombs created radioactive fallout that reached even part of Mali, even part of Mauritania, and part of southern Europe. Before France tested these nuclear weapons in Algeria, they didn't inform over 60,000 people living in that particular area near desert. France didn't inform them that they were about to test this 17 nuclear warhead. Now imagine United States bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki with 2 nuclear bombs, 2 nuclear warheads. Now imagine France testing 17 nuclear warheads here in Africa that unalived many people. The radioactive is still causing problems both in Algeria, both in Mali, some part of Mali. Now, do you know that France enslaved Algeria for 132 years, even after they got their independence in 1962? France yet tested another nuclear weapons that unalived many people. During the colonization, do you know that France unalived more than 5 million people only in Algeria? Now, some estimates says more than 10 million, while some are saying more than 5 million only in Algeria. Are we going to talk about what France did in Mali? Are we going to talk about what France did in Burkina Faso, what they did in Niger? Now, the same France is trying to redefine their influence here in Africa after Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger kicked both French troops and their companies away from their countries. Now, France don't want to move to West Africa, to Burkina Faso, and to Mali again. France is now deciding to start from East Africa, from Kenya, from Ethiopia, and from Egypt. Guess what? They are giving him platform. They are welcoming the same people that did all of this. Now, can you see the reason I said that I hate democracy? I never supported democracy, and I will never support democracy. I will never support religion, because these two things preach about forgiveness without consequences. Now, what are the consequences that are supposed to be facing France right now? Africa as a continent not supposed to be doing anything with France. Emmanuel Macron should not be allowed to move to Africa, to travel to Africa. African leaders are supposed to be doing this. But take a look at people, only country, we are not talking about Belgium or United Kingdom or Germany or United States. Only France unalive more than 10 million people only in Nigeria. Now, history said that only United States used nuclear weapons. No, US used, I think, 2 nuclear warheads, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But France tested 17 nuclear warheads in Nigeria, here in Africa. Go and read your history. The only thing about Africans is that we don't read history. We always believe on what these guys say to us. But go and read your history. You will know that France is the greatest enemy we have here in Africa. Now, take a look at what Emmanuel Macron is doing. He's trying to move to Africa because they cannot live without Africa. France can never survive without Africa. If Africa as a continent kick France away from this continent, France will become a third world country. I'm telling you. This is the reason Emmanuel Macron keep moving here and there, begging for relation. Right now, they want equal partnership. They don't want to enslave us again. They want to push away the post-colonial role they have been playing here in Africa. They now want equal right. But Africans, we don't reason. We don't read history. We always forgive because religion and democracy tells us to do so. But take a look at in China. If you do anyhow, you collect in China. Take a look at Russia. They don't forgive. Take a look at Iran. They don't forgive. Take a look at North Korea. All these countries that don't forgive. Take a look at their countries. Now, take a look at the countries that are practicing the so-called democracy. They always forgive. Take a look at our politicians. After stealing, we forgive them. Had it been that after stealing, they will face the consequences, you will see that crime will reduce in Nigeria, will reduce in Africa. But we are practicing democracy. We are doing religion. We are forgiving them. Take a look at people that are unalive, more than 10 million only in Nigeria. The same people are still coming back to beg for relation, equal right. But they have been in Africa for more than 200 years, for more than 300 years, for more than 400 years. What they did in Africa, and they are still doing. All these things that is happening in Burkina Faso, in Mali, in Niger, France is responsible.